What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Peace and love to you all, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're new here, my name is KT. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we got an interesting video. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, again, this is one of the things that I see constantly within the community of people either trying to start an SMMA or those who have already started but are really just trying to find, you know, the niche that suits them the best, and really how to choose your niche and what to evaluate as far as how you decide what your niche is going to be and what your offer is, for that matter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, let's get straight into it. So the best piece of advice that I could give to someone who is literally like just starting, like just about to begin their journey, and of course they want to find a way to find success within SMMA, you almost feel overwhelmed by all the different options, right? Because there's so many people that have found success with so many different models, right? But I see it all the time, man. It's what they call shiny object syndrome, right? Where you see something that's working for someone else, and for that sole reason alone, you want to pursue it as well, just because you see that it's working for someone else. And I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you guys. You know, I was guilty of that myself. Early on in my journey, when I was really just trying to figure everything out and construct a clear game plan for my SMMA, that was the approach that I had. So for those of you that are new here on my channel, I run a short form content agency where we help coaches, influencers, entrepreneurs, and podcasts repurpose existing content and then leverage that content across all other social platforms. So that's where I'm at today. But a few months prior, when again I was just trying to figure everything out and just put a game plan together that made sense, I went straight into the e-com niche. And again, for those of you who are new, like the e-com niche isn't typically encouraged for beginners, just because, you know, the clients that you're dealing with are typically more tech savvy. And because they're more tech savvy, there's a lot more that you have to know on the back end, as far as, you know, like speaking the language in regards to running ads, setting up campaigns, and etc. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things that I did. And I saw that there were a lot of people that found success within the e-com space. So I was like, bro, if it's working for them, like, why can't it work for me? You know what I'm saying? So like, I hopped in there, and yeah, honestly, like it wasn't working. I learned a lot during that time, although I wasn't able to like sign a client within the e-com space. There were so many things that I learned as far as having a much more thorough and clear sense of direction going forward. And that is essentially the purpose of this video right here. So yeah, man. So the best piece of advice that I could give to someone is don't just look at, you know, what's working for someone else and think that you just have to do exactly what that is, because what's working for someone else may not work for you per se. So you really have to understand how to leverage your own knowledge, your personality, your skills that you've accumulated throughout your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So that could have to do with fitness. It could have to do with, you know, yeah, maybe it is e-com. Maybe you do have a lot of experience with drop shipping or affiliate marketing, or just those type of models that aren't exactly social media marketing within e-commerce, but are related in that sense, right? Or, you know, or yeah, maybe within the health niche, you know what I mean? Like from the beginning, like you hear it all the time, like agencies that specialize in helping chiropractors, dentists, you know what I mean? So the first point that I'm making here is to understand how to leverage your own personalities and your own unique skill sets within the agency that you're trying to create. Because if you're able to communicate with the prospects on a much deeper level, and you can connect with them on a level that a lot of the other agency owners simply can't, you're already one step ahead, right? So that's always something to keep in mind, man. Leverage your own past experiences and skills and personality traits that you already have, because that's not something that you can teach, right? That isn't something that you can teach. So always keep that in mind, all right? Next point. So the next point would be, of course, leveraging what it is that you know and you believe you could do best, but also what's in demand, right? Like we've seen SMMA, of course, evolve over the years, and so many changes within social media in general, right? Like short form content agencies probably couldn't exist a few years ago, just because of what short form content now means to social media and marketing in general, right? It didn't have that same impact, that same value that it now has today, right? So finding a balance between what's in demand, because at the end of the day, okay, like we're agency owners, like we're business owners, like we want to be profitable. Like of course, like if we're not profitable, like what are we doing, bro? You know? So finding a balance between what's in demand and what you do best, and coming to finding a middle ground between that, right? So for myself, you know, I had experience like creating content for myself in the past. So I had experience with like Adobe Premiere and, you know, putting content together. So there was a lot of stuff within those softwares that I already like understood. So when I'm like proposing these offers to a lot of these prospects, I'm able to connect with them on a much deeper level just because I have experience with these softwares, and I'm able to construct offers based around the complexity of a video. And I'm able to do that by elaborating on, you know, what makes a video higher quality as opposed to another one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a very important piece of advice there for sure. All right. So of course, you know, I'm saying you want to be able to take full advantage of what you already know, right? But at the same time, like I said, you want to find something, you want to find a service that is in demand. So there's two sides to that, because if you don't want to build an agency around something that you're simply just passionate about, because if it's just passion that you're chasing, it's gonna, oftentimes, at least based on my own experience, it's gonna be hard to find that balance between passion and like being profitable. Again, for those of you who are new to the channel, I've spoke about this in other videos, but most of my time as an entrepreneur has been spent within the sneaker industry. So buying and selling limited edition sneakers and flipping them for a profit. And you know, I probably spent more time than I should have within that industry. And again, it was only because I was so passionate about it. And that's what got me started in sneakers to begin with, was the fact that, you know, I was just so passionate about streetwear, I was just so passionate about shoes, and it was fun to me, and it didn't feel like work. And as a result, I did spend more time than I needed to within that industry, just because it was something I was passionate about. So that's definitely something that you want to keep in mind. You don't want to just pursue something solely because you're passionate about it, right? Again, finding the balance between what you know, what you're passionate about, but also what's in demand and something that, you know, has potential to scale. That's the bottom line, and that's what we're doing in this business, you know what I'm saying? So those are definitely some things to keep in mind. Yo, and for those of you that like may be struggling with like ideas right now, I'm gonna shoot like a separate video on this in the near future, just to give a little more context and depth to the things that I'm about to say. But again, like, I'm running a short form content agency, and a lot of the people that I see, particularly coaches and influencers, is of course they already understand the importance of shooting content and putting content out regularly, right? And that's why they're looking for people to help them repurpose their existing content into short form content, so then they can be even more active on social media, right? But yo, this is crazy, because I feel like not a lot of people are on this right now, so this is something you might want to consider. But there are a lot of people right now, a lot of coaches and influencers, and even podcasts, who need script writers. Oh my gosh, it's crazy the amount of people that I've seen that are looking for this service. Me in particular, like, that's not something that I want to, like, I don't want to go down that road right now, just because, like, kind of, again, just getting things going right now with short form content. And I'm actually, a lot of our clients as well, like, don't just want the videos edited. Some of them like need the clips pulled from their existing content. So like, we have to go onto their channels, watch their podcasts or whatever it is, locate what we call like the golden nuggets, right? Pieces of content that can be used as short form content for someone who's never seen their videos before, right? So we're already kind of upselling that service in a sense, where we're not only just editing the videos, but we're pulling the clips for them as well. So I don't want to get into like the script writing aspect of it, but if you can come across some solid script writers who have very creative minds and can put some solid ideas together, there's a huge demand for this. Huge. Because think about how much time that saves them. Like, not having to come up with the ideas, the scripts, the bullet points for the video. So then as soon as they turn on their camera, it's go time, right? So that is an idea y'all might want to keep in mind. But again, just to summarize the concept of this video, don't overthink it, man. It is super important to specialize in one area. So you don't want to, again, like, just offer so many different services to the point where you're again, just overwhelming yourself. So you definitely want to pick a very concise, specific niche. And again, don't overthink it. Leverage your personality, your skill set with what's in demand. So just get out there, get into the marketplace, see what it is that people are looking for, and yeah, go about it that way. Just keep it super simple though, right? And again, like, even for me, like, 3 months into my agency, I reconstructed my offer and who it was that I was targeting, and it did take few months to like understand that, right? It's all good. Don't overthink it, is all I gotta say. So I hope y'all found this useful. Hope this was helpful to you guys, you know what I'm saying? You got any more suggestions for videos that you wanna see similar to this one? Drop it in the comments below. Would also highly appreciate it if you'd subscribe to, just come check me out in some more videos, you know what I'm saying? And of course, dropping the thumbs up on the video goes a long way for the algorithm to help me grow my channel and my presence online here. So yeah, man, much love to you all. Catch y'all in the next video. It's KT, bro.